to the Game 3 NBA Finals recap episode of Technical File, the sports podcast you never knew you needed.
And it's your boy, TIMKINZ, the number 3, a.k.a. Ass Catcher, a.k.a. Mr. Give It To Me. I'm trying to be courteous and shit still, but go Bucks.
I'm the ERJ.
Only known as
The ERJ.
And I'm Camille, point guard of the crew, the real life Tifa Lockhart, the girl next door. Holding it down for all the women who love sports.
And it's your boy, K. Harris, the gentleman.
The gentleman.
The everyday gentleman.
24/7.
But better known as K. Diddy.
Take that. All right. Well, listen, y'all. Game 3 in the books. Bucks won by 20. 120 to 100. Great game from the Bucks. Dominant second and third quarters. Giannis out here leading the charge again. Everybody was talking about when Giannis is good, it's actually bad for the Bucks. And oh my God, I think the Bucks are better without Giannis. Y'all some idiots. All right, I normally don't call people out their names like that, but y'all some idiots. Okay,
finding every excuse.
If you uttered the phrase that the Bucks are better without Giannis, I am talking to you. You are an idiot. Okay.
I think you gotta have a world-class talent.
Like, my
and say
God.
They better without him. I don't understand it.
Saying it after game 2 because Chris and Drew missed their shots. Giannis can't help them make their shots no better than what he did. But anyways, that's beyond the point. The point is that the Bucks got a win here, led by Giannis having another dominant night, 41 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, threw on a steal 2 for good measure. Second player in NBA history to have 40 and 10. 40 points, 10 rebounds in back-to-back final games since Shaq Diesel.
The Diesel.
Did that in the Lakers uni.
I remember. Like it was yesterday.
I think Shaq actually did 3 times in a row.
He probably Shaq was up.
You know what to do.
Wear them black dookies again and come ready to hoop, fam.
Hey, bro, you need to just start hooping him. Fuck it.
Right. Might as well.
His ankle's gonna be fucked.
Hey.
No, I ain't gonna say that. But like you say all that and just remember, like, we thought his season was over like
exactly
a week and a half ago.
Yeah, so, facts. Definitely all facts.
My man's came back and started dropping 40-point games.
Back to back. Drew found a little shot, 5 threes, 50% from the 3-point line. Came out here with 21 and 9. Throwing 5 boards on top of that too.
Yeah.
Chris Middleton, 6 for 14 from the field, 18 points, but he also gave you 7 rebounds, 6 assists. He came to play. It was still them shots that they was like rattling in, right back out.
So, what was the difference this game than last? So I missed majority of the game. I had some stuff going on. So, what was the difference between this game and last game that allowed us to take the lead the way we did?
I think it was 2 things. One for sure, Ayton getting in foul trouble early.
Yep.
And then Devin Booker having an off night. Devin Booker could not find his shot like at all tonight. So I think those 2 things like early on really is what helped the Bucks like take off, especially in the second quarter when they on like a 30-9 run or something like that. Yeah. So yeah, I definitely think it was those 2 things for sure that helped the Bucks catch that lead on them.
For sure. God, for sure with Ayton though.
Man, I'm in pain.
I can tell by all that it took for you to right.
Yeah, man.
All over Ken Point, all you hear is
exactly. What's this thing?
I took my back, so I'm in a little pain. That's all.
But yeah, Ayton getting in foul trouble because listen, Ayton was out there looking like the ideal.
Yes. He was balling.
Him and Chris Paul was cooking to start the game. Like the game started, and I was like, "Oh my God, it's gonna be another one of these where these two just but like Ayton got in foul trouble. Frank the Tank had to come in.
Man, he was hitting the midi, the floater. He was balling.
rolling hard, finishing, doing what he does when he's at his best.
Mm-hmm.
But then came Frank the Tank.
Frank Kaminsky.
He was looking out. That's what it
I
sounded
forgot
like.
all about that nigga.
Yeah,
Man.
Frank was with us tonight.
He was looking out for the hometown.
He thought he was the baddest of this shit.
Oh, he started like pulling and shit.
No, he just couldn't defend for shit.
No, he was getting cooked.
Dude, he was on literal skates all night, bro. He couldn't do nothing, bro.
He had a couple buckets. I think he had like 6 points or something like that. But he was getting he gave
Did they
up
leave
6
him on the
points
island with
quick.
Giannis?
I don't think I ever saw him on Giannis. To be quite honest, like it
Oh,
was
Who was
just
cooking him?
it was kind of like
Anybody
a
who had
week,
the ball.
right? It was kind of like the weakest link in the chain, like,
Everybody was just hungry.
and that kind of opened up things for everybody else too. So it wasn't necessarily that his man scored every time. It's just like they had to like when Brett Forbes is out there, like he ain't necessarily getting cooked every rip, but because everybody else has to cover for him so much, like it opens up all the other shit.
Gotcha.
And like honestly, like during that run, like it felt like it was a lot of turnovers. So it was really like their defense sparking their offense, and just making more shots. To be quite honest.
Yeah, the Suns don't generally turn the ball over that much, and the Bucks forced them into some bad spots. Got a lot of turnovers, got some fast break points, which we haven't seen a lot of from them, which was good to see.
Especially once Chris Paul went to the bench.
Oh, the Bucks finally took advantage of non-Chris Paul minutes, and it was beautiful to see. It was beautiful to see because Eric, you actually had a good point in the group chat about why Chris Paul is so valuable. I think you said was it Mark Jackson that said it.
Yeah, so Mark Jackson, like I have to give credit where credit is due. He made a good point. He was saying that like whatever the Bucks pick and roll coverage was, like Chris Paul immediately reacted with the proper counter. Like he was saying that a lot of point guards, like they come with like a preconceived notion of what's coming. So they already get into like their counter before like the actual decision is made. Like that's why you can kind of like beat the coverage because it's like, oh, I know drop is coming. So as soon as I hit this screen, I'm gonna do this.
I'm gonna just pull up.
I know they're about to switch, so I'm gonna do this. And he was saying that like Chris Paul was like waiting to actually see and then like making an immediate like counter to it. So it's like regardless, like because you know if you're guessing, like you can guess wrong sometimes and be out of position. Whereas like if you're just reacting like instantaneously, like then you're beating it regardless because it's just like, oh, here it is, bow. Here it is, bow. Here it is, bow. And like Chris Paul was dealing, especially like late first, early second. And like that man does not miss from mid.
Man, when he misses,
it is beautiful, though. No matter who's on,
All the fame mid
over Giannis. Oh my god.
No,
good lord, bro.
And that's the thing. It was great defense. Like I don't like there were only like maybe one or two where it's like okay they were out of position and it was like a wide open shot. Like the rest of them were just contested. He was just making them.
And you live with that. Like hey,
until you can't.
No, I'm about to say he scores what 32.
Like all you can do is play good defense. What happens thereafter is what happens thereafter. But as long as you're there, I can't get mad at you. But I think I text y'all like watching Chris Paul, who is like point guard school. Like he does everything perfectly. So like when he does turn the ball over, it's glaring because he takes such good care of the ball. Yeah, he takes such good care of the ball. Like
that's why he was always one of my favorite players to watch, bro. Well, one of my favorite players of all time because the way he just manipulates everything on both sides of the ball is wild.
Yeah,
but it's a beautiful. He has a beautiful game to watch.
Yeah, that's why. Like I was saying, like he don't turn the ball often that much. So for the Bucks to get him to turn over 4 times tonight was it made a difference. It made a big difference. The book.
Go
ahead. Get your shout out.
No, I was just gonna say shout out to Bobby Portis. He getting the Sports Center post game interview.
Yeah, I'm watching it up.
Oh, was he hooping?
He had 11 and 8.
Yeah, 11 and 8, 11 points, 8 rebounds. Yeah,
and a tech.
Yeah,
and
he got pulled immediately.
Yeah. That tech, I was like, okay, that's one you could have avoided. That one didn't do nothing positive for nobody, fam. Like you just got caught up for a second. Like it's like if you're gonna take Bobby, you got to accept Bobby for all he is, and that's part of what Bobby do. So I just kind of was like,
and that's why I think like it was appropriate, like to pull him is like
Exactly.
bring him over, be like, yo, calm down. Like, you doing good, but you running a little hot right now. Because they were
stupid.
like around that time, like he was like wrestling for the ball after the whistle, and I think he had committed like a down foul like right before that too. So it's just like, get him to chill, recenter. But like his energy was crazy, and like the way that he gets the crowd into everything, like as soon as he rises up for a shot, like everybody's going crazy. So shouts out to him. That's all I was saying. Like he doesn't have the same effect on the road. Like even if he had the same exact game, like it wouldn't have the impact in Phoenix that it had in Milwaukee. So shout
out to the crowd. The crowd was amazing. It was a few times where I couldn't even hear the whistles because like Milwaukee
the crowd was lit,
going stupid. The Bucks went on two different big runs, I think in the second and third quarter. And the perfect. That's what you asked for from a crowd. It was beautiful. It was lit.
They said 20,000 people was outside.
Woo! It's probably shaking. I know it's shaking downtown right now.
I know
it's shaking. After a game win and everything.
Yeah, I was say obviously they lost this one, but they lost that one. But yeah, it's like a ton of people. Like I like the setup down there too. Like they got food trucks now, so you got a little bit more food options. Like obviously they opened up that second little area, like to the south of the stadium. So although it is just on big ass gravel too. So it's not like I was like, I'm not standing over there.
It's concrete.
Yeah, gravel. I mean, the concrete is preferable because like the concrete is at least flat. Like the gravel, like I'm like I'm not.
Your ankles
like
be
it's
all
big ass rocks. Like
ankles be mad unstable on that gravel. That's why I hate walking on
trying to watch the game and shit.
That's why I hate walking on the cobblestone on
on Third Street.
I hate that cobblestone on Third, especially when I have like heels on. I just be sitting there wobbling. Anyway.
Speaking of hating streets in Milwaukee, like apparently fans are on Stephen A. Smith's ass.
They on Stephen A. heels. The tweets and the comments was funny. Shout out to our guy Bonds, who had commented, I hope your rental car is a Kia.
Yeah.
I said,
hell no.
You are out of pocket. And then there was another two. I'm trying to find the guy who actually tweeted it. But
somebody said, the arena's on 14th and Locust.
Yeah, he said the arena's
There's a church over there.
He said, I'm finding the exact tweet. Hold on. It was from, because I saw the actual Dr. Deer on Twitter. The arena's on 14th and Locust. See you there. Like, come on, man. Like, don't send y'all. Wow.
It's a church. If you go over there, go and pray.
Put them in the 14th.
If the city is terrible, show him the terrible part.
Exactly.
Let him get his money's worth.
I heard it's a nice club. I heard it's a nice club on Second and Hour that he should check out.
You know, I had heard the a little bit of the post game interview, not interview, but post game like comments from Jalen Rose and Jay Williams, and it was funny because I was saying about what Phoenix did was they took care of business at home. We come back to Milwaukee, we win our two, we taking care of business at home. Then the series is all right. We got the best of three. Here we go.
You jumping steps, fam. Can we worry about game 4?
What I'm stating is, if we do the same thing that Phoenix did, take care of business at home, because that was my thing. That was my confidence before. Is that okay? We've gone to other arenas on the road. We've lost on the road, and we won at home. We have no issue winning at home. I have a confidence that they can win another one at home. Then the series begins for the best of 7.
Again, you jumping, but finish your point.
They were stating it as we still pretty much don't have a shot because they're like,
I watched it. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. They were he was saying like Phoenix.
What I was saying?
But I'm saying like you're mischaracterizing what they said.
Okay, well go ahead and explain to me what I was saying.
I'm not saying what you were saying. I'm saying what they said on the TV. Like on TV, they were saying like.
He's saying that what you're saying they said is not true.
Right. The whole premise of your point is false if you're saying like it's built on what they said on TV.
Okay, explain to me.
I'm trying to. You keep saying I'm spraying them.
Fam, what they say, fam?
Thank you. What did they say?
What they say?
They were saying that, who, Tim or me? Because he's now saying like, okay, what they said on TV is that Phoenix can't get discouraged after this loss because like they, like get a game on the road, like you've done your job. That's all they're saying. They weren't saying like the Bucks don't have a shot. They didn't say that one time. They were saying that Phoenix shouldn't get discouraged after a game 3 blowout because like when you go on the road, like winning one game should be your primary goal. Like obviously you want to win 2, but winning 1 means that you've done your job.
For sure.
So at no point did they say the Bucks, the Bucks have no shot now.
For sure.
Now that that's cleared up.
It's not, but I'll let them have it.
How you finish your point then? Like I tried to give it to you.
I'm good on it.
Anywho. Yeah, the Bucks came out, did their job. They had some big runs. The crowd was great. We can talk about Cam Johnson. I got that young man some credit.
Yeah, he was balling.
Because
wasn't aware he could do some of those things.
I didn't. Yeah, that poster he had on PJ was out of the. You done made Tim lead the whole thing, fam.
Yeah.
But no,
I had nothing to do with none of that shit.
Me and Kim, I was looking at Kim like,
hey, we trying to give each other the eyes, like.
Hey, fam, trying to look at like somebody through Zoom is wild, fam. But I was like, me and Kim was watching each other the whole time.
The whole time. Oh shit!
I wish y'all could have seen. Anywho,
somebody kicked me or something.
Ain't nobody kick you, fam.
Somebody kicked me or something because my shit just went out.
Hey, I didn't touch nothing. I was moving us along, fam.
But no, man.
Cam Johnson, crazy start to the third quarter. The poster over PJ, even if that would have been overturned as a charge.
Yeah, that was a great dunk.
That dunk. Yeah, that dunk had to live because
that definitely was a great dunk.
That dunk was beautiful. It's gonna be on this. It's gonna be in some card or NFT or something for him.
It's gonna live forever. PJ on the poster forever. That's
that nigga PJ on the ground looked like with the he ain't ass for.
I mean, he was expecting a charge, and that's fair for him because I thought it was a charge too. But.
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna be a charge too, but I was like, "Ooh."
It was too beautiful for them to let that live, bro. They was like, nah, you gotta let us give him that one, bro.
You got to live with that, man. Listen, and yeah, the third quarter was great. Giannis was out here hooping. The Suns went to zone a little bit in the third, and the Bucks got slowed up a little bit by that. But then, they made some threes. Yeah, they worked out of it, which was good to see. And in the fourth quarter, we got to put a little victory cigar in. We had our rook come in, hit a 3 and everything.
I was geeked about that when I seen that one. I was like,
yeah, you saw more. Tim got up off the couch.
Who's this guy? Who is this?
I was like, if anybody's gonna hit one of them mugs in the corner wide open like that, it should be him.
You said I've never seen this guy before.
I've never seen this guy.
Can't thought
we were playing for Nigeria.
You said
can't thought Malcolm Brogdon was back.
Exactly. I was like, man, what is that?
He actually would be playing for Team Nigeria right now if he wasn't playing in the finals with us.
Oh yeah, he would be, but he's still here doing his duty as a.
He got finals points.
What did y'all think about Book not seeing a minute in the fourth?
I didn't think he played the whole fourth. I was like, interesting. We was about 22 at that time, though, weren't we?
He got pulled like midway through the third, so like I gotta see what the reasoning they give for it, because like obviously we doing this during post game press conferences and whatnot. So
I mean,
I'm assuming it's not injury.
He couldn't find his shot. I guess I don't know pulling your star though like that, even though he's not shooting well. I don't know. Maybe he was fatigued too. Maybe he was just kind of gassed. I don't know.
I'm thinking maybe
that's the only thing I can think.
Maybe he was just for the next game.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like just rest him up. He was already tired, and we know we gonna lose this one. Let's get him ready for the next one.
Yeah, that's how I felt. Somewhat way through the fourth when I realized he still went out there. That maybe he was just saying like, "You done," but like I was like, it's been a while since I saw a Book in it. Like it felt unusual for him to have sat out that duration.
Exactly, especially that type of player.
maybe again, like Eric said, we're not looking at any of the interviews or anything like that. But maybe it was if we get under a certain point threshold, we'll throw him back in. But if we don't, then he could just sit the rest of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I think we didn't get under 16 or 18 or something like that in the fourth quarter. So
I can't remember what the spread was, but
I know it didn't get close.
Yeah, but
it
they
didn't
definitely kept
get
it
close.
up. They definitely kept it up. Jay Crowder had himself a game, 6 for 7 from 3.
Mm-hmm.
Just turn into motherfucking Duncan Robinson when he be playing us, bro. Outside of that game one,
He was cold. Wasn't he cold in game 2 too? But he hit a few.
He hit a couple. He was like 3 for 3 at the beginning of the game or something like that. And then this game, but we was talking about that before. Like Jay Crowder, when he plays us, the man just can't miss sometimes. Like it's ridiculous how he gets. But he be playing the Bucks. I don't know what kind of vendetta he got when he hear Milwaukee. Like you enjoyed a lot of good times, and maybe he want to keep the memories going every time his name is associated with Milwaukee. It's an issue or something. Or something, because the man he be lighting us up.
Like it was a couple of them where he like, you used to see him hit catch and shoot, and there was a couple where he like had to put it on the ground, make a move, and then still hit the three. I'm like, I mean, shit, tip your cap at that point. Like those are shots you kind of want to force him to take.
Can't do nothing about that. You just all right.
So Drew had a better game this game, huh? Offensively.
Drew, yeah.
Like he hit shots. I still wasn't crazy about his decision making some of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I felt like similar to Giannis, where it's like if you're taking a three, like you kind of like as a defender, like you're kind of like, okay, I'll take that.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just happened to go in today. Whereas like there were a couple times where I felt like he was driving for the pass, like he didn't even look to shoot, and I'm like, you kind of had to lay up there.
If you would have just, yeah.
And then I think Chris was 5 for like 12 at one point. I was like, oh, we have another one of these.
No, he was really good. Like to Camille's point, like there were a lot that went in and out, but for the most part, like I think that he played under control. Like he kind of put pressure on Phoenix's defense. I feel like they trapped him a lot more, and he got out of it, like with the pass, and he wasn't trying to do too much dribbling. So, although he did get ripped by a campaign at one point, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
That left hand, bro, like Camille said before, I seen the one he had got around Brooke. I'm like, Jesus Christ, though. That was a beautiful layup.
Because it's like, I know he's left-handed, but like the finishes are still like they're
still pretty.
Yeah, like I'm like, man, like you got some pretty left-hand finishes, man. Any other thoughts on this game before we look ahead to game 4?
Would this be one of those games where it was just an anomaly, or do you think we can sustain the type of game we've had today into game 4?
It's a good question. I mean, I think it's sustainable to a certain degree. The Bucks shot, I think 39% from 3 in the regular season or something like that, and they were around that mark tonight.
Mm-hmm.
We shot 10 more free throws than the Suns. I did see a little tweet that came out quickly that Monty was upset about the free throw disparity, that Giannis had more free throw attempts than their whole team had.
But also Giannis more than the best 5, y'all.
But honestly,
grabbing, holding, hooking his arm,
whatever you can to stop that man. Out rebounded him. That's what I love to see. I read about him. Won the assist battle, won the steals. I'm not sure how many more 15 turnover games the Suns are going to have, but if we can win that turnover battle, that's another good look for us. We won points in the paint. We won fast break points. I mean, I don't think you can expect Devin Booker to be this cold.
So was he?
You said what?
What did he shoot?
3 for 14.
Woo.
1 for 7 from the 3. He even missed 2 free throws. He was 3 for 5 from the free throw. So it was a real bad struggling. Yeah, it was a real bad book night. 10 points from Devin Booker. That's not going to be consistent. But let me tell you this: we did mention last week about the Bucks or the Suns bench and what you can get from that. But if Frank Kaminsky's going to be playing 14 minutes, north of 10 minutes a night, that's a win for the Bucks.
Again, like to Ken's point, like that's why getting Aiden into foul trouble is key.
Mm-hmm.
And I think keep attacking them. Like it doesn't. I mean, obviously use Giannis, but like it doesn't just have to be Giannis. Like Chris drew a foul on him. They finally gave Chris some free throws. Like that was
his
good.
first
That
free
was good to
throw
see.
attempt of the series.
Really?
The
This
series.
game?
This game.
Three?
Game 3. Second quarter. First free throw attempt of the series. Chris Middleton gets
That's
such a
wild.
bad whistle. And that's saying something because we watch Giannis. Like, what a bad whistle. But yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah. That's wild. That's funny. That's wild.
I mean,
That's wild.
As far as sustainability, I do think that, you know, like if you can keep attacking Aiden, like I'm assuming he'll be better about avoiding fouls going forward. But like just put that pressure on them.
Mm-hmm.
Don't settle for so many damn 3-point. Like, and I'm not Shaq or Charles Barkley, like, you know, never shoot threes. I'm just saying like threes should be off of kickouts. It shouldn't just be, you know, come down pull with 16 seconds left on the
20 seconds
shot
left.
clock. Right. Like, you know, work your offense around, try to get a good shot, and then like kick it out because like you opened up a wide open 3-pointer. Like, because again, like if you put pressure on the rim, like you run the risk of getting a foul on Aiden. So I like that from their attack today.
Yeah, I mean, we just got to make some shots, play with the good energy, stay disciplined. The Bucks played through a couple periods of some questionable officiating. We want to talk about officiating, but that's part. The Bucks didn't lose composure, kept their discipline, played through it. It was good to see. I think. I mean, if we would have lost tonight, I would have been like feeling like terrible. Like, oh my god, oh my god. But we got game 3, which I was hoping for, taking a game at a time. Come in, you know, game 4 is going to be a dogfight because they are definitely trying to steal day 1. Come out, discipline, play through Giannis. The mics on the court was cold too. One thing that was interesting was being able to hear, like you could hear Giannis saying, like screaming, like "Give me the ball, give me the ball." Because when the Suns went small, like they could not, like there's nothing they could do. Give me the ball, like you heard him, like he is like, and they
like very demonstrative on the court.
It was cool to see. But yeah, he
like we kind of talked about it after game 2, but like the way that they had played, like, and then the luck adjusted numbers came out. So I'm interested to see like what that is, because it was like, you know, the Bucks just missed shots that they should have made. So I think, what was it, like 88% of the time, like teams with the Bucks shot profile versus Phoenix shot profile would have won.
Game 2, we're talking about, in case you missed that.
So I wonder if it is just one of those things where it's like Phoenix. I don't think so, because I think this was just like a thorough ass whooping by the Bucks. But I do want to see like how much closer it should have been based on the shots that they got, and how much of it was just Phoenix missing shots that they should have and Bucks hitting shots that they should have.
Yeah, that'll be good to see.
Fair enough.
And shout out to Project Pat as well. I'm gonna get my Pat Connaughton shout out.
Everybody be hating on Pat Connaughton. He had a good game, huh?
Yeah, he did.
He did what Pat did.
He did his job. He made a couple threes, you know, jumped around.
I heard a couple threes on the radio.
Grabbed a couple boards.
Was it third quarter that we went on the next run? And then
second and third, we went on 2 different runs, big runs in the second, and one in the second quarter, one in the third quarter. Yeah.
Well, I hope these boys pull it out game 4.
Same. I know you really didn't watch game 3, so do you have any thoughts on the game, Tim, that you want to get off before we look to game 4 a little bit?
I have faith in these dudes. They'll show up and be a different team. They've been this way throughout the playoffs, so that's why I'm kind of expecting it to go 7. I'm hoping that it goes 6 in the Bucks' favor, but if it goes 7, it's kind of been our mantra the last 2 series outside of the Hawks series. Like, we've bombed it on the road, we've won at home, and then we had to go on the road, get our one, and then come back to the crib. So it's like I got faith that we'll do it again at the crib on game 4, and I'm expecting game 5 to be our, all right, what the fuck we finna do.
Okay. Ken, you got any game 3 closing thoughts?
I was very impressed with the level of intensity that the Bucks play with. As long as they continue to play aggressive, Mid keep shooting, and Drew played away. He's been playing. Giannis has proven why he's one of the best players in the league. So I'm definitely confident I'm going in the next game at home for sure.
I just reverse course because you know what? We're gonna be in the studio on Tuesday. The episode is gonna drop Wednesday unless you listen live on the Good News Radio app.
Good
So
news.
we're actually going to do game 4 predictions and stuff on this week's episode. We're gonna end this bonus episode about game 3 on game 3. Make sure y'all tune in next week for the game 4 stuff. But closing thoughts, go ahead.
I have a question for Ken. So like after game 2, you were saying like you were fully invested in this team and like it was like, man, I've never been so frustrated. So like now you've seen like a good Bucks game. Like how you feeling as a new bandwagon Bucks fan?
Why I gotta be bandwagon though? Why I gotta be bandwagon?
Because we know you bandwagon, bro.
Are you not a Lakers fan anymore?
I've been a Lakers fan.
No, I'm saying so that makes you a bandwagoner if you jumping on the Bucks because they're in the finals.
I'm not
by definition.
I'm rooting for the home team. That ain't gay, bandwagon.
But you don't typically.
That's like literally the definition of a bandwagon fan. Like what you talking about?
I want them to win because I live here.
But why can't you do that on a regular?
All right, as a home fan, as a home team fan,
I can't take that bandwagon shit. I'm sorry.
No, because it's like, why couldn't you just root for the home team on a regular basis? But instead, you root for somebody else until the home team is winning.
I just don't want the Bucks when they play us. That's the only time I want to lose. I don't give a damn about them any other time, really.
Notice you said us, but you know, regardless. When you talk about the Lakers is us.
Right.
Bucks is them.
Bucks is Bucks.
Right. Well, for sure.
You know what, nigga?
Anyway. The question still remains. Like how you feeling now, like that you got to see them like when they play?
Like I said, I was impressed by the style of ball that they play. And I like this is my really probably my first time seeing Giannis be like this dominant. I feel like because I don't watch him like religiously like y'all do. So it was good to actually see him like he was hitting free throws, he was banging, like he was aggressive, he was like intense. I was like, all right, like Giannis out here balling. So it was good to see that.
That's been a big thing for him. His free throws.
Yeah, he did well from the free throw line. So I was very impressed. Yeah, I'm very impressed. And then I love how they're able, like at any given time, whoever at the 3 can drop that motherfucker. Like that's what I like too. That they quick with the kickouts, and there's always somebody open for a 3. Seems like.
Yeah, Giannis draws a lot of attention. That was the original Bucks offensive system. Everybody, y'all spread out, okay? Let Giannis drive and make a decision. But yeah, man, I feel good. It's a nice way to start the week.
It is.
I'm glad to get a couple days off in between this game and game 4 on Wednesday. I know the Bucks can use some rest. I'm sure the Suns can as well, but like the Bucks could really use some rest. Like the Suns already had some days off before this series started, but the Bucks hopped on the airplane like the next day. So these extra days help. And also Chris Middleton always seems to shoot better when he's coming off of rest. So we might be getting a big game for Chris Middleton game since, you know, he only had to play 41 minutes tonight instead of, 45.
And he really didn't have to pay that many. Bud probably could have pulled him a lot sooner than that. But
yeah, a couple minutes in the 4th. But he was out there. I want to be sure. We are not about to trick this off and give them no glimmer. And then once he was sure, he said, all right, come on.
That was a minute left in the game. A minute and a half.
No, it was like, I think like 3.
I mean, Drew was on until like 2 minutes left.
Yeah, Drew was the one who was out there. But yeah, we finished. Let's look at minutes real quick. PJ 30 minutes, Giannis 38, Chris 41, Brooke 21, Drew 40. The bench leading minutes getter was Pat Connaughton. Pat played 30 minutes.
And I do think that's because of Aiden's foul trouble. Like once Phoenix went small, because like in the second half, like they eventually put Kaminsky in, but like their first move was to put Cam Johnson in, and they went small and went on their run. So Bud kind of matched it and took Brooke off. But I think going forward, I know we're not doing protection, but I do think going forward, like he'll try to mirror Brooke's minutes to Aiden's minutes, which I think is smart. Because like when Aiden is on and Brooke is off, like they don't have enough rebounding.
Because Aiden be after it. Bobby Portis had 18 minutes. Jeff T. Oh my God, Jeff T. 14 minutes, 0 for 4 from the field. I really don't want to see him drive.
What was his plus minus?
Mo. He was actually +9. So
I mean, I guess probably in relation to everybody else, that's probably lower.
I mean, yeah, because other guys are garbage time. Brent Forbes had 4 minutes. He was -2, 0 for 2.
If he ain't
That
hitting
matches
shots,
that matches the eye test.
if he
Yeah.
ain't hitting shots, bro, he can't be out there.
But that's why Teague is playing, because like he's getting Forbes minutes at this point.
And I'll be sitting there watching T like this still ain't that great, but
I
I guess it's better than what we could be having. But
Like he at least gives you some defensively if he's not hitting shots on offense.
oh yeah, he gives you more than Forbes can.
Yeah.
Forbes got to pop for at least one game. We got to have one Brent Forbes finals
Just
game.
one.
Just
Just one since the Heat.
I
Like the
want
Heat,
one.
like the Heat series took it all out of him.
At least one where it's like, okay, like you made the most of your little 8 minutes tonight, fam. Appreciate that. But yeah,
But again, shouts to Bud because he saw he ain't have it and it's like, nope.
pulled him. And again, but coached a good game tonight, so I'll give him that.
Okay.
And let's hope the Bucks win, game 4. But we'll talk more about that on this week's episode. What are we? 208, I think, this week.
We up there somewhere.
Somewhere up there. We'll figure it out. But yeah, then we'll close it here. Anything else y'all want to say before we close up shop? No.
Listen to the show 6 to 8 on Tuesday.
6 to 8:30
Do it.
p.m.
Make sure
6 to 8:30.
download the app, man. Download the app. Interact with us during live show. We out here.
Share, subscribe, rate, review. It's been really dope.
All of that shit.
Getting love for these bonus episodes. I actually had somebody message me and they were like, yo, like, thank y'all for doing this because I've been looking forward to this. Like, thank you.
Mhm.
So we appreciate that.
You do.
And if you want to follow me on social media, you can catch me
Wait a minute.
on the Twitter and Instagram at Camille Monet, CAMILLEMONA. And that's spelled right. CAMILLEMONAE because
You don't want to miss fancy.
thank you.
Before I sign off, I would say, like, if y'all got Bucks questions or you just want to, send us your happy thoughts after game 3, like, please feel free. Like, we'll maybe do a mini mailbag for our weekly show.
That'd be tight, yeah.
Put @BucksBurner on Twitter.
That's all you get.
Damn right.
Everyday_gentleman on Instagram. K Harris 216 on Twitter and Snapchat.
And it's your boy, TIMKINZ, the number 3, aka Ass Catching, aka Mr. Give It To Me. Go Bucks, go. Wahala.
Catch y'all on Tuesday. Bye, y'all.